The world's buzzing with data about your brand across all channels. Ever feel lost in the information jungle? We get it. Miss a beat, and you could miss out on a trending conversation, a game-changing insight, or a potential crisis. But here's the thing. Timing is everything. Enter Determ, your real-time media monitoring ally in the digital chaos. Determ keeps it simple. Track your brand reputation, manage crises, measure against your competitors, and find business opportunities, all in one dashboard. And it doesn't just stop there. Determ analyzes all this information, giving you a clear picture through insightful AI-powered reports. Stay ahead, use Determ, where insights turn into action when it matters most.
Hello to everyone, my name is Matea and I work at Determ. Today I'll talk more about Determ, an AI media monitoring software. So I want to present how it can be useful for you and your organizations and use cases. As I mentioned, Determ is monitoring entire cybersphere and provides you with relevant information from various media sources. The main goal is, of course, to make better business decisions and stay ahead of any kind of risks that might be there. When we are talking about Determ, I believe it's important to say which sources we are tracking. So it's definitely everything online, websites, news sites, and then social media such as Facebook, Instagram, Twitter or X, then TikTok, also YouTube and Facebook comments and comments underneath the news sites, also Reddit, Telegram, forums, and so on. You can monitor it in two ways, by keywords or phrases, or the other way would be to monitor specific sources such as Twitter profile, Facebook page, and so on. When our clients talk about Determ, they always emphasize the importance of saving time. So you probably did some manual research until now in Google or social media channels. And when you do this, you spare a lot of time and you never get a full overview. And then other thing that is really important is clients say when they didn't use Determ, they missed often important information, or they were the last one to know about some potential risk or crisis. So that doesn't appear in their job anymore. So you can be timely informed about everything that is important. Some use cases that can be done with Determ are social media campaign tracking, crisis management, reputation management. Here I would like to concentrate more on market and online research, real-time monitoring, and data analysis and reporting. When we are talking about online, I want to also tell you a bit more about what we are tracking. So we are tracking everything global. Of course, you can concentrate your tracking on specific regions or countries, or you can choose global coverage in any language or location. When we are talking about languages, you can also monitor it in different scripts, such as Khmer, let's say in Cambodia, or the Arabic for Arabic countries, or Cyrillic letters. So everything is covered there. Not just tracking, you can also discover the most popular social media channels, or where your audience or key people of your interest are writing and where they are active. And you can also detect some crisis situation with smart notification systems. So let me show you a bit more about that. When we are talking about notifications, we have two different notifications. One would be smart alerts that notify you for every new mention of a certain topic. So you can get it in your emails, in your mobile apps, Slack if you're using it, or also different channels with HTTP posts. Also, we have spike alerts that won't notify you for everything new that is happening, but it will notify you if there is some change. So let's say increased number of articles or comments on certain topic, or if there is some change in the sentiment. So it was, let's say, more positive online media, and now something is happening, so the topic gets more negative publicity, so you can also get notified. Also, I need to mention Cynthia. It's an AI assistant that we have. What Cynthia does is summarization of the mentions found inside Determ, but it doesn't do just summaries. It can also give you some key insights and also some recommendations that are based on the chat GPT technology. So it can save a bit of your job. Also, I wanted to mention this real-time data collection, so you get new notification in a matter of seconds or minutes, and you can also see more about your customers or your key people, where they are mentioned, which are their preferences, pain points, so you can better understand how they are behaving. Also, we don't have just tracking, we also have the analysis section. For example, you can see which are the other hashtags or phrases that are used together with your topics. We call it the word, emoji, and phrase clouds. Also, demographic report, dashboards on the key opinion leaders, or we can call it influencers. So where is the topic mostly mentioned? So this is just part of the data that we can provide there. I will show you just a bit more about use case for government institutions. So, of course, you can deep dive in online discussions and discover what is important to people, and then filter the data a bit more. Also, you can monitor, protect the reputation, keep an eye on different people. It can be some opponent, or it can be any key people that are of your interest. And then if you have any kind of campaign that you are doing, you can keep an eye on the audience, if the key message is translated in the media, if media and people are talking about it. And then, of course, the alerts I mentioned. So it's always something that our clients emphasize, that it's really important for them to get a real-time information when something important is happening. Also, not just the mentions, not just the article or comments, you also get additional insights such as reach, so how many people did the information reach, if it was something that people interacted with, so liked, commented, or shared it. And also you can see the influence of the media. So if the media outlet has more visitors, or social media profile has more people who are following it, it has a higher influence score. So this is also something that you can see. But let me show you how it works in Determ, in the solution. Okay, I made a couple of topics. So you can see here on the left side, there are topics. Some of them are monitoring just keywords, and other one is monitoring specific sources. So let me show you, let's say this. I'm put on monitoring the entire Reddit, and I put some keywords inside like war, and then I put it in different languages. So this is also important. If you are monitoring in Croatian, you will put the word rat, guerra in Spanish, Krieg in German. So you put all the versions and then specify maybe additional context there. When I put this is monitoring specific Telegram channels. So I put it here as an authors, a couple of Telegram channels that could be monitored here. So everything from those profiles, or you can specify the keywords as well. Or some topics like terrorism. If I go here, I'm just monitoring terrorism, and then I'm going to different sources. I'm tracking everything. And then on filter side, I put different countries. So that would be all European countries that you're tracking, all of them. And then you specify the search on that. Of course, you can get a global coverage. You can also specify the language or the influence score of the site. So just the ones with higher ranks, for example, from 7 to 10. But I can show you here how new search can be done. So I will add a new topic that would be monitoring something. I will put a general word like robbery. Okay, and then it's really broad search. We got, you see, a lot of mentions there. So I want to get additional give additional context. So I will put let's say Berlin or Vienna or London. So 3 keywords that need to be one of them in the context with robbery. But maybe you want to give it a bit closer context, because sometimes robbery will be in the beginning of the article and then those cities in the end, and they won't have the same context. So we can use Boolean operators near, let's say, 3. So maximum 3 words apart: Berlin, Vienna, or London next to robbery. So now we are narrowing down the search, and we can also put some exclusions like and not. And maybe we don't want anything regarding, I don't know, gang, or maybe something else, school, like school robbery. So you can put different keywords that you want to exclude there. Then in the next step, you can specify the sources and say, okay, I want to monitor everything, or maybe just specific profiles, or everything but not those profiles. So it's up to you what you want to put on tracking. And in the third step, you can type the country, like let's say this, or Germany, or Austria. So you specify that, and then you save the topic and start the monitoring. So it starts from the point when you save the topic. When you save it, you can have different kind of alerts on that. So it can be alert, let's say, let's put a terrorism. So you don't want to get everything. So everything would be smart alerts. You just want spike alerts. And when there is some mentions volume change, you create alert on that, and you will be notified in your email when something happens on that. Also, you can get a daily digest that would give you some daily overview on the topics that are happening. So it's not real time, but you also receive some updates in the feed. Just to go back a bit back in the feed, you can use different options for sorting. So let's say the one with that is most viral. So it was mostly shared in the global sphere. So let's say this one from LBC in UK, it was 252 times more popular than the average articles on the same site. Or you can say, okay, give me the ones with higher interactions. So this one from Kenny Arnold, the X profile, it has really a lot of interactions. So are more than 6,000 retweets and more than 25,000 likes. So there are different ways of filtering. You can also use the time frame filters. Okay, you can also use Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. So maybe you want to filter here in the feed to see just websites and Twitter, or to see just the ones that are negative, or just the one containing from the specific locations. Let's say we'll put here, let's see if there is anything from Cyprus. Yes. So you choose on the filters you want to use there. And every mention has the metrics, such as how many people it was reached, the engagement, the interactions, the influence score from 1 to 10. So 10 would be the ones that have globally more people who are reading the source, or more followers, and the virality I mentioned. Beside to that, we have reporting and analytics section. So let's check this. For example, for the terrorism in Europe, we can check some conversational trends. So which are other phrases or words that appear together with terrorism. So as you can see here, maybe mental health. You want to know why mental health is mentioned there. You click on this and see those 1,000 mentions that are there. It's a lot to read about, so you can use summarization and the Cynthia. So now Cynthia is going through all the mentions, and let us see the summary. Okay, it's here. So it gives you a summary. This is in Croatian language, so you can use different languages and set it as a default. Okay, so now it's in English. So some affair with a killer, and then so on. You get also tone of voice, so it was informative, focusing on violent crimes and political issues. You get some insights and recommendations, what you might do based on those findings. So you can use Cynthia here or in the feed where the mentions are. Then you can also see which topics are trending. So let's say this prime minister is new, news agency, it's trending, and these are some older keywords. And then also popular hashtags that you might put on tracking later if you think this is something that would be interesting for you. You can also use other dashboards such as sentiment. Of course, the topic is mostly negative, so it will give a bit more negative insights. You can see how it goes per country, which are most positive and which are more negative news here, and which are some key opinion leaders in this area. You can also use the reporting section, like this one, where you can change the time frame to a bit longer time. So when you add information, you get up to 3 months of historical data, but per request it can be longer. So for some research that you need longer data for. So these are also some information that would be important. So let me go back here. I wanted to show you as well IDVAS. It's a system that uses Determ technology to show and to present early identification of events that can be regarding some terrorism, murders, explosions, earthquakes, and so on. This is how it looks like. So you get information from Determ, and then it's spread over the world map. So it's using location filters. How it works in the tool itself. Okay, so you choose a category. So let's say we can choose the earthquake. Okay, and it will give the map with earthquakes. So it gets the media information and it also presents it there. So what you can find out here are potential risk situations that you maybe didn't know from your own channels, but you found on that through media. So it can notify you on that. For any possibility of testing, Determ, be free to reach out to me. There is also information on the leaflets you will get. So I hope that you are interested in trying it out in a free trial. So be free to reach out or for any additional questions. Thank you so much for your time today.